Hey guys, it's Stephen and Phil here, back on FOOTY.COM with yet another kit-related video because we've got the top 10 best kits from the Bundesliga from the 2019-20 season. There's some absolutely crazy designs in here that Phil's gone through and kind of gathered together. You really have gone a bit wild this year, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
And most importantly, there's loads of teams as well, so keep watching till the very end because I think there's like 10 separate teams involved, which is actually quite a lot. There's no repeat teams in there at all. But don't forget as well, if you are a fan of kit culture and all that kind of stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's nowhere else on YouTube that provides this much kit content, and that's a guarantee. But we're going to jump in at number 10. And first up, we've got FC Cologne, as you might know them, Cologne, and their third kit. Phil, what's going on here? What is going on here, Phil?
Well, I have to say this one is definitely not one for the purists.
Yeah, just putting it lightly.
Yeah, and I think with the three kits, it's obviously by far the most ridiculous. But I thought I'd start with something a bit fun. And actually this design, obviously it's very crazy. But I like the fact that it's, well, first it's unique from Wolfsburg, which is always a good start.
It's definitely unique.
It's definitely unique.
I'm getting like 80s Spectrum vibes.
Yeah.
It's something about it reminds me of like 80s.
The pattern itself is, it's obviously got that very, quite a clunky kind of repeated thing.
Yeah.
But I like that, and I think the shape, I believe, is inspired by the cathedral in the city. I might be wrong. Okay. But there's some sort of link there.
To the Dom. What's the Dom? Apparently it's a tribute to the Dom.
The Dom. I would guess that's the name of the cathedral. From what I gather, Cologne is quite a famous cathedral. I might be wrong, but I've certainly seen it referenced.
Yeah, I think it is a cathedral. I think you're right. I just did a quick Google there. Yeah, Cologne. Okay. That makes sense. So it literally is the cathedral. It's got like a bit of a kind of word art kind of vibe. Supposed to be, it looks like a clip art kind of vibe.
Well, I think it's a funny pattern because obviously, not to speak too much on the pattern, but it's interesting how it's not particularly tidy. There's sort of a lot of gaps between it. It looks like you say very kind of copy and paste. But I actually think, for what they're trying to do, obviously it's the third kit for a start, which is,
it's like the space for this, isn't it? Really,
there's space. It's licensed to be a bit of fun. I think the good thing about it, if you're cynical about third kits, it is different to the home and away. So. And given that the home and away colours are red and white, actually they probably will use this for a few games. So, yeah.
Weirdly, the only thing that bugs me is the yellow.
It's a funny shade of yellow, isn't it? Very funny shade.
Something about it. I feel like this could be a lot cooler if it just wasn't that yellow.
I think you're probably right. The yellow, it almost kind of
it intentionally
consistent.
it.
Yeah, exactly, consistent with the madness of it. So
that's in at number 10. In at number 9, we've got Hertha Berlin's home kit, which to me is just a bit. Yeah, okay. I'm not ready to specify it, but go on. I'm just getting Huddersfield vibes and everything else shit. But what's the appeal here?
I think the appeal. Well, sadly, the sponsor really does let us down, as with many kits.
Teddy.
I don't know who Teddy are. I believe they've been with Hertha Berlin for a couple of years. Yeah. But I mean, it's not the worst sponsor, but the fact that kind of shade of blue, it bugs me that the shade of blue of the sponsor doesn't match. As far as it doesn't match the stripes.
The yellow again as well.
And the yellow,
yellow jumping out.
Indeed, which isn't really, I don't think, a Hertha Berlin colour. But otherwise, no, I was going to say, I really like. It's obviously a very simple design. I don't even know if it's unique. I don't think it is.
It reminds me a lot of just last season. I don't know why. Something about it reminds me. I think it just seems like a very night. To me, it looks night template. So I'm not sure that's fair or not.
Surprisingly, Hertha Berlin's kits were a bit different last year. But you're very right.
I mean, in general, the vibe of it feels like. When you look at the mood of kits this season, something about it just feels like.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel 2018-19 kit as opposed to 19-20 kit.
It's obviously got. So that, as with most Nike kits, in terms of the base style, it is very similar to a number of striped Nike kits. So that's a good point to make. The good thing about this one, like Nike have done, they have kind of improved the collar. It's not quite as low. It's still not maybe the best collar. But no, I think I like that they've gone to these kind of chunky stripes. It's very kind of what they would do a lot. What Hertha Berlin did a lot in the noughties. They had a lot of these kind of very chunky stripes as opposed to kind of thinner stripes. So it's a simple kit, but I do like what they've done.
That's at number 9. In at number 8, and this we were arguing about this before camera. This is Borussia Dortmund's 2019 Champions League kit. This is a kit that they only wear in cup competitions. So can it actually be in a Bundesliga kit video? Probably not, but it's good. You got there.
I must say, no. I did the list and didn't consider that. I think quite a unfair rule in there. You could probably...
It's never going to be won in the Bundesliga, is it?
Indeed, and as far as I know, it won't be. They certainly don't usually.
They are a Bundesliga team, so we'll kind of let you have it for this. And we can't be bothered thinking of another thing, so we'll go for that.
For what it's worth, I think their home shirt could probably just about fit in here as well. It's a good kit. But looking at this kit, as if it was going to be one of the Bundesliga, it's a bold design. It's certainly not... only really Borussia Dortmund could get away with that kind of yellow and black combo in that way, and the pattern obviously matches.
It's quite cool.
Yeah, it's very kind of stadium based. It's a bit of a theme with a lot of kits this year.
Especially in Germany as well, for what I can tell. Going through this list.
Exactly, a few kits in this
buildings
list.
At least, like the cathedral.
Well, no, you're absolutely right. I think there's a kit later on with the same approach, and I think this one is definitely I don't typically like shirts with a block section at the top, but I actually think this works a lot better.
They've done it well, then. So, like the New Balance ones have tried it this season.
Yeah, and I think the reason they've done it well is because just the way there's no sort of like odd cuts in the pattern. It's actually fairly consistent.
I
think there is still a little strip on the shoulder.
It's decent. It's a good
I really like it. Yeah.
No, it isn't quite as high as their main rivals. Bayern, their third kit is in number 7. This is just a nice kit. It's a good solid kit. It's very Bayern, in terms of just. I think it's grown us a little bit with a little diamond motif as well. Like, it's nice.
It has. No, you're absolutely right. This one, if you'd have asked me even a month ago, probably, or a couple of months ago, it wouldn't be in the top 10 for me. Actually, as I've seen more pictures, and I think in general, when it was released, Adidas don't do the best press photos, so it was hard to sort of appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a bit boring, aren't they?
But I think it has grown on me, and I think certainly of Bayern's kits, I don't really... I mean, the home one has something about it, but I don't like the away at all. So this one's definitely their best effort. And actually, the biggest thing, as I think we spoke in our video on the kit, was the colour. I really like that shade of kind of almost bronze kind of secondary colour. I think it's really nice. And you're right about the pattern as well. Really kind of nice, unique, subtle diamond pattern in the base. So it is a really it's a classy kit. I mean, a nice kind of tonic compared to some of the crazier kits on the list. Yeah.
It's made number 7 in our list. In at number 6, was that 7 or was that 6? That was 7, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In at number 6,
I think so anyway.
Yeah, is Eintracht Frankfurt, which is I like this kit. It's fun. It's a fun kit, Phil. It's there's lots going on here, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think this one's interesting, isn't it? Because I'd sort of compare it to. I mean, if you compare it to the Hertha Berlin kit that we saw before, this one just feels like a bit of a step up.
Yeah.
From that, you've got a bit more in terms of the stripes. It feels like a slightly less familiar pattern in terms of what we got on the stripes there. And I think for Frankfurt as well, they've had a few years of quite plain kits, so it's really nice to see them embrace what feels like almost quite retro in the kind of much bolder use of red.
I like it's a very simple thing to point out, but I like the variable stripe thickness, things like that. It's just nice. It's a lot of touch. And it's one of those kits where all the colours, everything about it is just quite geometrically pleasing to look at. It's something about it. It's just a good kit. It's fun. It's interesting.
Agreed.
It's
and
good.
even though they've got what isn't a great collar in the kind of old, if you like the 2018 collar, actually it doesn't detract given how good the rest of the design is.
Yeah, definitely agree. In at number 5, so we're halfway through the list now, is this bold and wonderful, should be a FIFA kit, but is on FIFA, but could be a FIFA kit. Wolfsburg entry. It just reminds me of FIFA so much, but in a very modern way, isn't it? It could only exist in 2019. Put it
I mean, I've sort of, I think called this before the kind of Xbox shirt, because it really is, isn't it? Like
that's probably why it invokes games in general.
Indeed, and it's probably missing that kind of Seattle Sounders-esque, or what used to be the Sounders.
There's a perfect sponsorship there.
It would be amazing, wouldn't it? I think this one's funny because when Wolfsburg started playing actually this year, they were using the old Volkswagen logo, but they've since flattened it, and you would have seen that flattened logo on things like Germany's training kits and that. So it works much better with the flat sponsor now, and it's nice. It's a nice example of a company that are willing to change the logo. Unlike the Chevrolets of the world with United.
I like it. It's really good. It's just a nice shirt. It's fun as well.
Yeah. It's a really good design.
It's solid effort in at number 5. Number 4, we go over to Stuttgart, which is this is their third kit, right?
Yep.
This is there's a lot going on here, but
there is. I think this one is probably for a lot of people, understandably go, what is going on? That sponsor is hideous. And actually, the good thing for me, which I didn't immediately realise, but when I did a bit of digging, basically in the kind of late 80s, early 90s, Stuttgart had a number of kits, and when they were having quite a successful period with this very unusual sponsor like configuration.
Is it not even centralised? No, it is.
It is, but it's very odd. It actually is quite unusual. But when I realised that the old kits actually had a really similar design, I really like that they've sort of modernised that old look, and it is a bit of it's a third kit.
I'm surprised that's not too big. It is big.
It is big. I don't think, certainly if they were in Europe, they would have to drastically change that for sure. But it's an interesting one. I believe they collaborated with some sort of musician or hip hop artist or something like that. But I think from a design perspective, it's quite unusual. I really like the details in this one though. I think, the little...
There's loads of details, isn't there?
Lots of details.
There's lots of embossed kind of star there. Yeah. But the is pretty cool.
It feels a bit like a sort of like a one-off special kit.
It does. It's got custom kit vibe to it.
It does, yeah. And I like that. I like that. Even though it is just a third shirt.
The little what shapes are they? Are they octagon?
I don't know.
How many sides there? There's 8 sides, so is it octagon?
An octagon, yeah. We'll get. Oh, nice, yeah.
There we go.
I didn't really consider what shape it was. Yeah,
we've got octagon patterns on there, which is that I don't even reference anything, but it's interesting.
Yeah, and I must say this is a surprise entrance from
Fanta 4 hip hop group, by the way.
Fanta 4. No sign of orange on the kit.
Yeah, no.
But Jacko or Jake, I don't know.
Jacko's his mates.
Almost Giacomo there, isn't it? They're not particularly you probably haven't done a video probably on any of their kits. I would have thought this year. They're not a big manufacturer, but they've done really good with the Stuttgart kit. So I really do like this one.
So in at number 4 there, in at number 3, RB Leipzig, their Champions League kit, another one actually. This probably won't be used. Will it be used, or is it?
This is the third kit. Yeah, no, they will
be used. At some point.
I say, they'll probably use it just to create some sales.
It's so hard to find a press picture that isn't just a mess of like grading in the text.
If you go on,
there you go. We've got one now. This is crazy. I'm loving that kind of cosmic through the stars at light speed pattern thing going on. It's fun.
Something really, really intense about this kit. I think. Obviously the very dark base, and then that pattern, it reminds me a lot actually of Lille's home kit, which has a similar pattern, albeit in a different area. But I just think the colours are really, really interesting.
Very vivid, aren't they?
Very vivid.
It's caught my eye a lot. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's that kind of the way that the blue and red are sort of meshing, and it's, as you say, I think the cosmic vibe is a good suggestion.
Yeah, it looks like when you go on light speed to space,
that's
it's like
everything
goes zoom, the lights get pushed you.
And it just feels quite appropriate. I mean, it's funny because obviously Nike's third kits this year have all been retro, but actually I really like with Leipzig. Obviously Leipzig are a very new team, at least in their Red Bull form, and I like that they've not tried to just do a 90s kit. I mean, it is quite crazy, but it feels almost like
very modern. This,
yeah, it feels like I like that they've not kind
of FIFA again.
Exactly,
but good, but really good. FIFA.
No, you're right. It's that kind of the good example I think of modern
on the back as well.
Kits.
Carried it around
on the back. Yeah, Perfect. Really good shout. Yeah,
that's in at number 3. Number 2, we've got Mönchengladbach's crazy camo inspired third kit, which would send my eyes mad. Someone slightly colourblind on the football pitch. Especially on a shadowy day. But this is fun. Once again, they've got that kind of like big garish sponsor that kind of lighted the away kit, the home kit a little bit, but it kind of works in a way. In fact, that it's a bit bold and it kind of sits on it. It's fun, this kit.
Yeah, I think this probably surprised a lot of people to be this high, and I must say, definitely a lot of personal bias has led to that, because I really do like shirts that look a bit like they could be a bus seat. I've said it a few times.
And bus seat's the better.
And I think the thing about this one...
I can't complain.
Yeah, indeed. I think the thing... Obviously, the sponsor, to me, and I think we said it on the home kit video, it's been around for so long that I'm almost blind to it, but I can't.
It's not quite as good Pirelli thing, but
that's the thing. And I can't pretend it adds to the shirt, but at the same time, because they've been with this bank for a few years, I sort of can forgive them. I just think I really like the design. It's inspired by a stadium.
What tends to say that the Bockelberger Stadion.
Nice.
Bockelberg Stadion.
Nice. I think it was their old stadium. I might be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, their former stadium. But I just think. I just really like the pattern. It's a shame it doesn't carry the back, but again, if I can ignore that and ignore the sponsor, actually, I think this one
it's a good shirt.
It's really fun. It feels like very much the kind of shirt of the time.
Chelsea-esque as well.
Exactly. It's got the elements of the stadium, the elements of that kind of pattern. It feels like Yeah, these are the kind of shirts which I think are doing really well.
I like this a lot. It's a bit interesting. It's a bit fun. I always like a shirt that goes for it as opposed to sits back and sits in a template.
Exactly.
Like this one definitely doesn't either. In at number one, finally we got there. Fortuna Dusseldorf's absolutely gorgeous home kit. It glows in the dark. Number one, guaranteed. That's all that matters.
The thing is with this one, it's... Yeah, fair play again to an underdog story really in Ulsport and Fortuna Düsseldorf.
They've nailed it, haven't they?
They have. I think something about, obviously, black shirts are always popular, but it's not just a black shirt. That kind of wavy pattern is really bold, and it seems like quite an obvious thing. You'd think, oh, maybe more teams would do that, but you don't tend to see it in that way. I really like it's that combination of...
Looks great on the neck as well inside it. Little details like that.
Details are good. I think it's that... I mean, even I don't know. I haven't actually seen one of these in person, but there was certainly press imagery of like a glow in the dark crest as well, which I thought was a great, almost unnecessary touch, but I like that. But I think it's got kind of two elements for me. It's got, I really like, and we've talked a lot about shirts with kind of horizontal stripes, but not just that. The way it sort of rises, almost kind of sash-like. You know, it's got elements of that.
The way the sponsor fits perfectly on it.
Yeah, completely.
The way the sponsor almost evokes a little bit of the club's crest.
Exactly.
I know it's something more not quite
no,
circle.
No, exactly.
And it's the Ulsport just looks so simple then.
Yep.
It's great because it's interesting as well because most of the design is down at the bottom half of the shirt where he just likes the top looks classy with a bit of just a very good shirt.
Yeah, there's I mean the most simple collar and cuffs, but that's great. You know, I think it's often very easy if we see shirts trying to be too clever. Yeah, exactly. They try to be too cute with a button here or a kind of unnecessary pattern or whatever, but actually sometimes it's the simpler designs, but it's got just enough crazy for me to be.
I absolutely love it, and it's deservedly in at number one. Let us know in the comments below if you've missed any of your favourite Bundesliga shirts, and don't forget you can go check out the top 10 kits from Serie A and the Championships we've done already. We'll be doing more soon, I reckon, in the coming weeks, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. For now, go and debate in the comments whether this is a worthy list. I've been Stephen, this is Phil. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.